Hello everyone, this is me,
Booyah, 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 booyah.
Kimmy Woo, and I have a jokester in the car with me tonight,
She got her belly out.
and he's
Better put that
in the
camera
car
down for the full thing you recording.
talking about everybody. So we are actually people watching
We ain't people
outside
watching.
of
Somebody
Papa
gonna get their
Do's.
ass kicked.
So we are waiting for our table to be, so we can be seated, and to help my girl, my kid's godmother, celebrate her birthday. Woo-hoo. And you know what? It's actually cold outside. So my husband and I, we're going to sit in this car until it's time. It's an hour wait. So we're going to sit here and do nothing and just watch these people.
We should have got some gas.
Turn.
I got a name tag on. Who do that at the restaurant? I've been the first day at a new job.
You need to turn the car off then.
You know,
Okay, I know I had promised you all a new video. Sorry it is dark in my car, but it's all good. I am going to talk to you all about some things that I had promised I was going to talk about in regards to my lupus. Because I want to talk about it now. Is that a problem? I have haters everywhere. Even in my family. Your own husband can be a hater. Okay. Are you a hater, Red? So, I have been doing well. Thank God for that. I am getting better. I can say that I am actually 100% better in regards to my surgery. Like I said, doing well with that. Lupus, up and, there's some ups and downs, but I continue to push through because a girl gotta do what a girl gotta do. Okay, this is what I want to talk to you about. In regards to my lupus,
Can you pause it?
Why I gotta pause it? Disrespectful. Okay, disrespectful. I think I had lupus as a child. And what made me say that was I used to be sick a lot. I mean, I was a very sickly child. I had like all of the childhood diseases such as like measles, mumps, chicken pox. I even had pneumonia. Of course, that's not a childhood. Anybody can get pneumonia. I had pneumonia. I was very sick. And I used to have leg pains a lot. I mean, these leg pains would actually bring me to tears. My mom would take me to the doctor, and they would tell her that it's growing pains. She will get out of it, which I never did. I continued to have these pains throughout the years. Even in my adulthood, I was having the pains. I mean, my leg would like actually ache. Like my bones were aching. And I would get like swollen fingers and joints. They had actually tested me for Lyme disease, and they came back negative. And I would get like little red like bumps or knots like on my middle finger here all the time, and it would just itch. I mean, I would have this itch, not like your skin would actually itch, but like an inside, like an indwelling itch that I just couldn't seem to get a handle on. I would have that. And also, I was very skinny. I mean, I was very skinny as a child. I mean, very little. My mom would take me to the doctor, and she would talk to him about my weight, because I wouldn't eat. But one thing I did eat was candy. I love sweets, but I would eat. So he would tell her that in time that I would eat whenever I get hungry. But so I was very skinny. Actually, when I graduated from high school, was I like 105 pounds? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was weighing 105 pounds when I graduated from high school. I was thin. But, and I used to be tired. Even as a child, I would be tired. I was still going to play, have fun with my friends, but I would still get tired. All along, I didn't, now I look back and I can see that those issues I was having was leading me up to to lupus or some type of autoimmune. Give a little history in regards to autoimmune. My grandmother, which is my mom's mom, had lupus. She died when she was maybe 31. My mom actually thought her mom had leukemia. That's what she had died from, but she had gotten her death certificate. It actually said that she died from lupus. And I would ask my mom what were some of the symptoms that her mother was having. But my mom was 10 years old. She could only remember certain things. But I think my older cousin, she remembered her mom telling her that Grandma Ethel would have like the butterfly rash. I don't have the rash, thank God. That's called discord lupus. I don't have that. I have systemic lupus, and I'll touch on that a little bit later. But she had the butterfly rash, and she couldn't go out in the sunlight, and they would say she would always be sick. She would just be tired. She would work, but she would come home, she would lay around, she was just very sick. And my mom said she can remember the latter part of her sickness, that she was having really bad stomach pains. And she know that her mom had went to the hospital and she didn't return because she had died. But now I look back that, and I also talked to some other family members on my mother's side. There is also lupus that runs in the family too on that side as well. I have, I think, maybe two or three cousins with lupus. Two of them have died. I'm not speaking of my life. I shall live and not die. Okay. Two of them have died. That's on my mom's side. And on my dad's side, I have two cousins with lupus. One of them died, and I have a boy cousin who has lupus. He was sick. I talk to his mom sometimes. He was sick in the beginning. He's kind of, he still has his issues, but he was really sick initially. But I talked to her a couple of weeks ago, and she said that he's doing well. So there is a pattern, like a family history of lupus. I actually participated in a study. It takes like, I think 5 years for this study, but I actually signed up to do this study. It's a DNA study. It's called 23andMe. I volunteered for that. I had to submit saliva and do a survey every so often, just to see what in my DNA that could possibly be causing the lupus. So hopefully I will find out, continue to do this so I can get some answers. And throughout the years, I have gone to rheumatologists just because I had like the aches and pain. They always treated me for having arthritis. And I had some testing that came back speckled, as they call it. So my blood testing did come back speckled. So I knew there's some type of autoimmune there, but not sure why. My daughters, I have two daughters, as you all know. My youngest daughter has Raynaud's. That's where her fingers are very cold and sometimes they turn blue. So that is a form of autoimmune. So I'm going to keep a watch out on her, make sure that she's taking care, get the care that she needs. And my oldest daughter, she was sickly as well. She has some issues. I'm not quite sure, but I am watching her as well to make sure that she take care of herself as, too, so she can make sure that if it's lupus or any type of autoimmune that she has, that it can be controlled. I first noticed really some severe symptoms of lupus was in 2013. It's like the end part of 2013. So my family and I had went through a little bit something that, I don't want to disclose at this time, that I really think the stress from that really brought on my lupus full blown. Because after we had gotten some devastating news, I was really sick. I mean, like not even a month after that, I got sick. Because I was so upset and so hurt by the situation, and it brought on a lot of stress on my body. Of course, my immune system was already compromised with the lupus, now I know, but once I had the stress of that, it brought my lupus on full blown. And it took a while. I was just feeling sick. I don't know why I was feeling sick. I began to get depressed. Don't know why I was getting depressed. I would go to work. I would tell my coworkers, I feel sad today. But I had no reason to be feeling sad or depressed. But I was just having that feeling. And then I would get home. I would start going to bed like at 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'm like, this, it just out of the normal for me. And I would just being tired. I would have body aches. I mean, like body aches from every joint, from my toe to my head. I mean, every part of my body ached. I mean, literally hurt. And I was just getting like these really bad headaches to the point I was like, just couldn't deal with the headaches and all of the issues with that. And I went to the doctor, to my regular doctor, like February of 2014. She did some blood work on me. She checked my, my rheumatoid factors, everything. She did some ANA test, which is the autoimmune test. That test was negative. I was still feeling sick. I mean, just like sick. So I had began to get problems with my stomach. So I went to a GI doctor, which is, you know, a stomach doctor. I went to see a GI doctor. And she did a whole bunch of testing because she was like, by me looking at you, it doesn't seem that you would be having all of these issues that you're having. So she ran this complete panel on me, and the same test that my family doctor did in February came back positive this time. And so she referred me to a rheumatologist. I went to a rheumatologist like a week later because I was just kept getting sicker and sicker and just didn't know why I was sick. And he drew some blood on me. He did like 15 tubes of blood on me, and pretty much out of the 15 tubes of blood, well, of course, there's more testing going up to blood. I want to say maybe 5 of my tests came back positive. I was positive for the ANA, which means I was in a full-blown lupus flare-up. My antibody was like acting crazy. My rheumatoid factor was crazy. So I just had a lot of issues going on. But finally took some medication. He got me on some medication. It took a while to get in my system. I was going back a little bit. I was going to actually walking at the park, and I was out in the sun a lot. And now I realize that being out in the sun can really have an effect on your body as well. And I started getting on the medication. The medicine finally got into my system. I would be in and out of the emergency room like every other month, you know, with heart palpitations. My lupus affects my heart. It affects my lungs. It affects my brain. It affects my joints. And because I have the systemic lupus, and that affects pretty much all of your system in your body. But I'm on my medication now. I'm doing well. Had, you know, a couple of surgeries. So hopefully I'm on the up and up and be back to myself. So you guys, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate everything. If you have any questions, hit me in the box below. I will chat with you all. And just want to share that, you know, if you need help with anything, go get help, because you got to live a healthy lifestyle. So thank y'all for watching. I will talk to y'all later. Bye. You want to say anything to them?